Martin.
Turning our attention to our pets this morning. Now, as the saying goes, cats are the ultimate narcissists. You can tell this because they love to spend most of their time on personal grooming. Dogs, on the other hand, well, they aren't, because the dog's idea of grooming is, well, let's just say they'll rather roll on a dead fish before they actually start grooming themselves. But whether you've got a dog, a cat, or another furry friend, grooming is the one thing they all need. And talking to us this morning about this very important subject, Megan Kelly, a holistic veterinarian. Megan, thank you so much for joining us this morning. So you're getting comfortable with our very own Bob and Bella this morning. Grooming. I know these guys get a lot of grooming, but I think a lot of people, you know, when it comes to grooming, they slack a little bit, thinking that grooming is mostly only to get your pet to look beautiful, but it can have some health implications as well.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to keep an eye on your pet's health. So to look for lumps and bumps, you can check if they've got any ear problems, maybe some skin infections, see if they've got any scratches or cuts. And also parasites, so to check to see if they've got fleas and ticks. And the actual act of brushing also removes any loose fur and can improve the blood flow to the skin, so improving the quality of the coat. And then there's also the human-animal bond. You know, it's a lot of really good quality time that you can spend with your pet grooming, and some of them find it quite relaxing.
I'm sure. You can see these guys love being stroked this morning. Now, of course, you get different type of coats out there. You've got long hair, you've got short hair. Is there a specific method that you should adapt in terms of grooming, certain checkpoints that you need to go through?
I think, you know, the short-haired pets are easier to maintain. Long-haired pets, their fur tends to mat and can stick together. Sometimes it can be so severe that we need to actually sedate them and shave them. But I think when you're grooming, you need to be systematic. So the first thing I would suggest is to actually groom them, just get rid of any of the loose fur and remove any mats. And then there are a few things you do before you shampoo. So you want to just make sure you clean all the eyes, if they've got a little bit of a discharge. Clean the ears, clean the teeth, check the nails. You want to check to see if you've got any split nails, especially those little toes on the inside of the paw, the dew claw. They can often grow so long that they grow back into the paw pad. So make sure that you trim those. Once you've done that, then you're going to do the shampoo and rinse and dry them. The long-haired dogs, you must make sure that you dry in all those hard-to-reach places. So between the toes, under the arms, and between the legs and under the tail. If that stays moist, it's an area where they can get some dermatitis or skin infection. Just
on a note, when you mentioned the nail clippings, for our viewers out there, I think a lot of people are scared to cut their own dog's nails because they're scared that they hurt their pets. Can you take your pet to the vet to get the nails clipped?
You can, and most vets will offer it as a free charge, so you can just pop in at a certain hour and you can have them clipped. But if you look on YouTube, there's some vet sites that actually teach you how to do it, and if you've got a pet that will allow it, you can actually do it yourself.
Perfect. When it comes to bath time, taking a look at products, what are some of the products that you need to look out for when you actually bath your pets and make sure that they're nice and clean?
Yeah, it's really important that you use a proper pet shampoo, so for your specific pet. Human shampoos tend to be quite strong, and they can dry out the skin and remove all the natural oils. If your pet's actually got a skin condition, then your vet might prescribe a medicated shampoo. Then you'll have a specific shampoo that might be antifungal or antibiotic.
Okay, so not using your own conditioner at home to get the skin looking beautiful.
Definitely not. It can actually predispose the dog to get skin conditions because it dries the skin out so much.
And how often would you recommend viewers out there to go ahead and give their pets a bath?
I'd normally say every 4 to 6 weeks, but it really depends on the type of coat and the activity of the dog. So a dog that's jumping around in the mud every day, you're going to do it more frequently, maybe every 2 weeks, but generally 4 to 6 weeks. And if your dog has a specific skin condition and it is on a medicated shampoo, that would normally be weekly, but your vet would tell you how frequent you should do it.
And also when it comes to your bath time, I know for myself when I bath my little puppy, her name's Zoe, she's a Yorkshire Terrier, I'm very scared of getting soapy water in the eyes and the ears. Is that something you should be aware of as well, just as a side note?
Sure. Especially around the face, you can even actually use a sponge just to wash that area, or just make sure that you cover the eyes. It can cause a conjunctivitis if you get something in there.
Perfect. Megan, thank you so much for joining us this morning, just giving us those top tips and tricks when it comes to grooming our pets and making them look absolutely beautiful. So go out there, adopt these techniques and groom your pets and make sure they look absolutely beautiful, and just show them how much you love them.
Show them how much you love them with Bob Martin.